everyone, so in part 2 of our Crochet Pig, we will be focusing on the head, and you will need the similar items as I listed in my part 1 of this video. So for round 1 through 5, it's going to be similar, but I will show those steps. The only thing I'm not showing is, again, the magic circle, because I do have a separate video on that. So here I already have the magic circle completed, and what we're going to do is for round 2, it's going to be increases all the way around. So again, the increase is just 2 single crochets into each stitch, just like that. And then I will come back after I completed this round. You should end up with 12 stitches in total. Moving on to round 3, we're going to single crochet into the next stitch, and then you want to increase. So 2 single crochets. And you want to repeat that process of the single crochet and then increase all the way around until you get 18 stitches in total. Okay, so for round 4, we're going to single crochet into the next 2 stitches. And then we want to increase. So you want to repeat those steps all the way around until you end up with 24 stitches in round 4. Now for round 5, we want to single crochet into the next 3 stitches. And then we want to increase. So you want to repeat those steps all the way around until you end up with 30 stitches total in round 5. Okay, so for round 6, we're going to start off by single crocheting into the next 2 stitches. And then you want to increase into that 3rd stitch. And that is the first part. So for the next part, we're going to single crochet into the next 4 stitches. And then we want to increase into that next stitch. Okay, so you want to do that second part of the single crochet into the next 4 stitches and increase 4 more times. So a total of 5 times all the way around, and then I'll be back to show you how it should look at the end. So if you did the first steps correct, you should have a remainder of 2 stitches left, and you just want to single crochet into both of those, and you will end up with a total of 36 stitches for round 6. So for round 7, we're going to single crochet into the next 5 stitches. And then you will increase into that 6th stitch. And you will repeat those steps all the way through, and you will end up with a total of 42 stitches in round 7. For round 8, we're going to single crochet into the next 3 stitches. And then we will increase into that 4th stitch. Okay, so that is the first part, and next we're going to single crochet into the next 6 stitches. And then we will increase. You will repeat that second part 4 more times. So repeat 6 single crochets and then the increase 4 more times, and then I will be back to show you how much you should end up with. After you finish the steps 5 times, you should end up with 3 stitches left, and you're just going to single crochet into those. For round 8, you should end up with a total of 48 stitches. For round 9, we're going to single crochet into the next 7 stitches. I already went ahead and did 4. And then you will increase. So 2 into that same stitch, and you want to repeat the 7 stitches and then increase all the way around until you end up with a total of 54 stitches in round 9. So for round 10, we're making the circle even bigger. We're going to start off by single crocheting into the next 4 stitches. And then you will increase into that 5th stitch. So that is the first part. Moving on to the second part, we're going to single crochet into the next 8 stitches. This is my 8th stitch, and then we are going to increase. So 2 times into this stitch, 2 single crochets I mean, and you want to repeat that second part 4 more times, so a total of 5 times of the single crochet into the 8 stitches and then increase, and then I'll be back to show you how much you should end up with. Okay, so now you should end up with a total of 4 stitches left, and you will just single crochet into those. So for round 10, you will end up with 60 stitches in total. Okay, and then for round 11 to 22, you will be single crocheting the whole thing. So I won't be showing those steps because it's just a repetitive process. Remember, it's just going to be single crocheting for around 11 to 22. So I'll be back after I complete that. So I'm back after 11 rounds of single crochets, and this is how it's looking. You're getting like a basket looking thing now, but this is a little bit over half of the head, so we are close to being done, but this does take a long time, so just take a little bit of breaks because I had to. Now we're going to move on to round 23, and for round 23 is where we will start our decreases. So what we're going to do is single crochet into the next 4 stitches. And then we will decrease. So a decrease is going into this next stitch, taking some yarn through, and you have 2 loops, go into that stitch next to it, pull some more yarn through, and you have 3 loops. You want to yarn over and then pull through. So after this, you want to single crochet into the next 8 stitches. And we'll do another decrease. So again, to show you the decrease, insert your hook through this stitch, take some yarn through, same thing into the stitch next to it. We have our 3 loops. Yarn over your hook and pull through all 3. So you want to repeat that second part 4 more times. It's going to be the single crocheting into the next 8 stitches, decrease. So a total of 5 times all the way around, and then I'll be back. Okay, so now you should end up with a total of 4 stitches left, and you will just single crochet into each of those stitches. Then for round 23, you will end up with 54 stitches in total. Okay, so for round 24, we're going to single crochet into the next 7 stitches, and I have already started by single crocheting the 4. So that is my 7th stitch, and then now we're going to do a decrease. So again, with the decrease, it's going to be inserting our hook through the first stitch, the second stitch, yarn over, and pull through. So you will repeat that around and end up with 48 stitches in total. So again, single crocheting into the next 7 stitches and then decreasing. Now on to round 25, we will start off by single crocheting into the next 3 stitches. And then we will do a decrease. So that is our first part. Next, we will single crochet into the next 6 stitches. And then we will do our decrease. So you want to repeat that 4 more times, and then you will end up with 3 stitches left. So again, just as the same steps before, and you will end up with a total of 42 stitches in round 25. So now towards the end of round 25, you do end up with the 3 stitches. So you're just going to single crochet into that, and you will end up with 42 stitches. Okay, so moving on to round 26, you will single crochet into the next 5 stitches. So five right here, and then we will do our decrease. And you want to repeat that around, and you will end up with a total of 36 stitches for round 26. So again, single crochet into the next 5 stitches, decrease, repeat, and then 36 in total. So I will be back once I finish that. We are finally on our last round, which is round 27. So we want to start off by single crocheting into the next 2 stitches. And then we will do a decrease. Okay, so after that, we are going to single crochet into the next 4 stitches. And then a decrease. So you will repeat the single crochet into the next 4 stitches and decrease a total of 5 times, and then I will be back. Towards the end of round 27, you should have 2 stitches left, and you're just going to crochet into that, single crochet into it. And since this is the last row, what you're going to do is cut off some of the yarn, and you should leave a long tail because you will be sewing this head onto the body. So leave a pretty good amount and just cut it off. And then what you want to do is, like my previous videos, you just take all this excess yarn, put it into your loop, and pull just to tighten that. And then you are done with the head. Okay, so I went ahead and then I just stuffed the head with some fiberfill, and this is how it's looking. You will need to sew this on later, and I'm not really good at sewing, so I don't know if I will be able to help you, but that's all going to be done in part 3, where I also show you how to make the hands and then the ears and also the nose. So I hope you like this video, and I hope to see you in part 3. Thank you for watching.